500,000 people are searching the internet every day to look for how they can work from home. Network marketers don't miss out on this golden opportunity to help people, to change lives. They're looking for you. I discovered that network marketers, and really everybody, do like to help people. But what network marketers don't like is searching through the 95% to find the 5% who are entrepreneurial, who are ready, who are proactive and ready to do this. This is what I figured. It's not that network marketers don't like to help people, it's that they have to sort through the no's. They don't like sorting through all of the people who are not ready or procrastinate or put it off. I am Bess McCarty from Victoria, Kansas. Welcome to the Ask Bess show. So glad to be here and sit with you today. And welcome, Kimley. How are you? Good to see you. Kimley is a student in the MLM Millionaire Academy, a member in the Academy. I'm real glad to have her and to have you here today. My main message here, good afternoon, she says. My main message is, I'll start with this first. You matter. I hear you. I'll respond. You don't have to do this alone. Whatever challenge you're going through, you are bigger than any problem that is before you. Every problem has a solution, and it's always within reach. So I hope to give you that message. I'm going to explain in a moment how to overcome this obstacle that I mentioned. The tough part about finding the 1 or 5%, finding the needle in the haystack, it might seem like, and how to get some hope and some help and encouragement how to do that. I have two sets of solutions. One involves skills, and the other involves fun, creative mindset. So we'll get to those in just a minute. Thank you for the likes and loves. I appreciate that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite some people while I do a little bit of an intro here. And I invite you to do that also if you know someone, if you know a network marketer who can use some hope, who can use some tips, who is tired of sorting through the people. In fact, so tired that maybe they put off their calls or procrastinate making calls. And it's not easy, is it? Girls, anybody could do it, and anybody could if they use the tips that I'm suggesting today. But it's so easy, I'm inviting a few people here, it's so easy to procrastinate when something feels tough to us, we're not sure how to do it or how to overcome the fears, or fear of rejection, or fear of intruding, or the discouragement, and when we hear all the people who are not ready, to find the few who are. And it's easier just to say, oh, let me play a game, let me talk with my friend, let me turn on the TV or the YouTube, let me do something, let me even clean the cat litter or anything that face that. So I think that's the main reason, as a coach and a therapist for over 30 years. The last 15 years I've been niching to coach network marketers because I was one full-time. I'm not now. I'm a dedicated generic coach, but I was full-time till my company went out of business. And then I went into the body-mind field, and now I bring this back to network marketers because you guys are my heroes, because I'm a passionate advocate of this profession. My 4 main pet areas is I love to help, and I'm inviting a few people here. I welcome you to do that, to tag people or share maybe in another Facebook group that could be watching at the same time. And if you're watching the replay, please type that in because I want to thank you for watching. I'd also love to hear where you're from and what the weather's like where you are. So just to let you know, I'm a dedicated generic coach. Not in a network marketing company. I love coaching network marketers to success. They call me the shrink of MLM. And I help people to break through their fears and negative beliefs. And it really, really works. I've helped people get into 6 figures. I've coached 7-figure earners and people just starting out and beginning too. So I think that's enough here right now. Okay. And welcome, Shamala, another star student in the school. Shamala and Kimley are both members of the MLM Millionaire Academy, generic school for network marketers, that Jeffrey David Gamble and I teach. In fact, every Sunday night we have a class, and it's becoming very popular, and people who use the methods are actually jumping ranks. And I'm going to share a couple tips with you in a few minutes about how to make your prospecting easier, why you aren't making your calls, and how to make them easier. So, you may know, my background, I'm a holistic health practitioner, body-mind therapist for over 30 years and all that. So that's who I am speaking in it. And of course, a former network marketer. I've been teaching in the school for over 10 years, the online school, generic school for network marketers. So I dearly love helping people. When people say, I jumped another rank, or this really worked and nothing's worked before, Jeff and I just dance. We just are so happy. That's why we do it, and that's what makes our day. So going back to why network marketers aren't making their calls. Well, first of all, remember I told you I was going to share two categories, skills and then creative fun mindset. So we'll go to the skills first. We know that the percentages are about 10 to 20%. When a person of people that you invite will actually say, yes, I'll hear your presentation about your product or your service and your business. And then of that, it's about another 10 to 20% are actually going to become a customer or join your team as a partner. So the more that you do it, the better that you get, and the better rate of results that you get, because you're going to start getting confidence, and confidence is very attractive. And people want to be on a winning person's team. So the more you do it, the better rate you're going to get for all of your time and energy that you put out. And it's going to be more than 1 to 5% that actually join you. However, it is just a whole lot of numbers. Even the experts and long-time top earners in network marketing know that it's putting in the time and just sorting through all the people. So you do have to weather that, and I'll talk about how to weather that in a little bit, but how to increase your rates. That's what I want to talk about now. There's three things you can do to increase your rate of people that join, and that you get a better return on the time and energy that you put out. Three things. One I mentioned is do the huge numbers. Some people say, well, this isn't working, it isn't working. When we actually check how many hours they spend a day, they say 30 minutes. That's all I'm doing, and it isn't working. So I said, what if you put 8 hours in? What if you treated this like a job and put 8 hours a day with one person we were coaching recently, and it turned out we figured, he has kept track of how many people he invites, to how many people hear the presentation, to how many people actually join. And that's a really good idea, you guys. Keep a track record so that you can understand, well, if I want 10 new recruits this month, I must invite this many people. Because every company's different, every comp plan's different, every rep is different. So you keep track for you. However, it is going to increase in time. That ratio is going to increase in time. So welcome, Sean, another star member in the MLM Millionaire Academy. And you can find out about our school at mlmmillionaireclub.com/basics. That's where you can find out about our school. It's super affordable. It's every Sunday night, and we teach all this stuff in the school. So I'm sharing a little bit with everybody because this is so valuable, especially at this time. This is a golden age for network marketing, you guys. If you haven't jumped on it yet and optimized and just are contacting a lot of people, then I think you're missing an open door right now. People are looking to work from home. 500,000 people are online looking from home, looking to how to make money. There are 500,000 people are online every day looking how to make an income from home. So you can help and be part of that solution. Don't delay. If you have procrastination in your bones, let's change it today. Let's change it with these tips so that you can take advantage. So that is actually another way to increase your close rate for all the time and energy that you put out, is do it now. Because people are saying this so much easier. Literally every network marketing company has had an increase in business the last few months. And for some of them, it's 50 to 400%. This is what I'm hearing from my friends who are network marketers. Incredible, incredible. So thank you, Sean, is always sharing with people. Thank you. Sean, the great share. Check him out. He does incredible, wise YouTubes. He's a coach. You guys check him out. There he goes tagging people. Thank you. Sean, you're the best share that I've ever seen. And he always has a servant heart. He just says, whatever is the best for people, that's what we want, whatever form it comes. Whatever form it comes around in, he's willing to help and serve. So thank you so much. I learn from you. You inspire me. Thank you, hon. So, okay, so tips is to get a better close rate is the longer you do it, you're going to get a better close rate. People who are doing it now are getting a better close rate because people are looking. They recognize that they're not safe in their jobs, are they? That was the old, risky was working for yourself. Now it's working for somebody else is the new risky. Okay, third technique is use the favor script, you guys. When you're contacting friends and family, this is what we teach in the school, and I'm going to share it with you now. Our signature greatest secret that we share in the school. Use a super indirect method of asking for referrals. And not just, there's many techniques how to do it, but we found that this one is the best, okay, of all of our decades of experimenting and curating and trying this out in network marketing between Jeff and I. Okay, so this is Jeff's method. He actually adapted from real estate. And this is that you text 10 friends or family. Hey, can I ask you a favor? I want to let you know what I'm doing in case you run across the right person. You could refer them to me. Is this a good time? This is just about referrals. And the reason that works is because they're your friend. They want to do you a favor. They got they got a few minutes. And it's not about them anymore. If they said, oh, this is not for me, you can say, I already know this is not for you, but would you listen a little more in case you run across somebody? And they go, oh yeah, sure, okay. And then they listen to it. And for the first time, they're listening to it with an open mind because it's not about them. They're not worried about defending themselves or coming back with you with an answer. And for the first time, they may be listening to it wide open mind, especially at this time when people are looking for a plan B. So here they are listening to it, and it's not unusual to hear them say, yeah, I'm interested myself, But after you text them this, you say, is this a good time? And half of them respond back, yes, later, whatever. And then you do not send them to a video. You talk with them directly. You give them a 10-minute presentation that you've drawn up from your company's compliant material about 5 things. About the comp plan, the company, the history and all that, the need, the product, the comp plan, and the timing. And when you speak about the comp plan, it's super simple. Like, this is how you can pay for your own, this is how you can get your starter kit back, this is how you can make an extra $400 a month. Something real simple, real simple. So they say, I can do that. Okay? And then afterwards you say, thank you so much for listening. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that you might refer somebody to me, and 10 that you have an interest yourself. Where are you? They say 8. Okay, are you interested in the product, the business, or both? Well, both. Okay, what questions do you have? Oh, this or that. Okay, let's watch this video, or send them the video and say, if you're interested, get back with me. Or you could follow up, or you could even watch the video together with them if they're a good friend and you really want to help them. Then you could watch the video with them, and afterwards you can say, what did you like best? And do you see an advantage here? Do you see an opportunity here? They'll probably say yes. And you say, can you afford to take advantage of this? If they say yes, you say, it was now the best time or payday. So that is Jeff's close rate that I just like a lot. And also that favor script can work with all 4 personalities, which I love. It's super duplicatable, it's super easy. So right away it takes away the fear and it gets a better close rate. Remember, I was trying to share with you how to make it fearless for you or your new recruit to contact people. This takes away the fear because you've asked permission. It's not about them, it's just about referrals, and it never gets a no. For good friends that you have, good friends and family that you're using this with, it does not get a no. And welcome, Claudia. Glad you're here. And welcome, Jamie. And welcome, Shirley. How are you, hon? Wow, I haven't seen you for a long time. Wow, hope you're doing good. I'd like to hear how you're doing, Shirley. So this method for network marketers is what is having people jump ranks in our school. And some people say, oh, I forgot to tell you I jumped 3 ranks since a few months ago. I forgot to tell you I was so busy using this method. And it's the easiest, simplest, most duplicatable, least painful way I know to start your business in network marketing. After you've run through all your friends and families and their referrals, because some people will give you referrals, then we teach another class inside the school with leads. And Jeff is an expert at this. I just love his method. And so we do have something for people after they've gone through their friends and family. So, and with leads, you really, really go fast. These are people who want to really, you could start out with leads too, but it's how to really supercharge your business. There's 2 simple scripts that you say to the leads, you can generate them or buy them. And we do have some really inexpensive source of leads. So there is a simple script that you can say to them to pre-qualify them, and then to do your 10-minute presentation, you conduct it like an interview, very professionally. So this is getting huge results as well. Okay, so I just shared with you about skill, how, why you're not making your calls and how to get a better, get you to make your calls and have a better rate. Well, first of all, you're going to make your calls if you have a better rate. So those are 3 examples that I just gave, how to have a better rate. Take advantage of the people looking at this time, at this open door for network marketing. Number 2, do it. The longer you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Number 3, use this favor method in the 10-minute presentation instead of sending them to a video first, because this is a bridge to get them to watch the video. 70% of people don't watch the video, versus if you do it this way, 95% watch the video. So huge difference. It's making it easier for you to get results, makes you want to do it more. Okay, the 4th part about the skills is do it fast. And Eric Worre has taught for years that if you do 100 presentations inside of a month, you're going to get double the results. And if you spread it out over 6 months, double the results. So that's another huge tip too. Do it now, do it long so you get confidence. Use these, the favor script and the 10-minute presentation, and then do it fast. That's how to get better results and feel better about making your calls. When you know that you have a proven plan in action, you're more likely to do your calls, right? And you upgrade your skills. That's the first thing. Skills is 20% of success. But when you upgrade your skills, you have the confidence that you're going to get results, that you know how to do it, that it's a proven method. All you do is follow it, copy it, give it to your team, duplicatable, simple, easy. Doesn't involve ClickFunnels or advertising or learning how to run Facebook groups or having to do Facebook Lives, even unless you really want to. It doesn't involve all that stuff, you guys. This is the easiest, simplest, most direct method, most duplicated method I've ever seen in all of network marketing. So now you have it, and you can hear the replay and get that. Or I'll put a link where you can get a free class that Jeff and I did, a free hour class on this that includes, you will get a copy of the script and how to write your 10-minute presentation. You can go to the Facebook event and find Always Get a Yes When Prospecting. Always Get a Yes When Prospecting Facebook events, past, but you click on there and you can get your free script, hour-long class, how to write your 10-minute presentation. We got all that for you. That's free. We're offering. Okay, we do hope you join us in the school because it just multiplies from there. School is on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's recorded for your convenience. It's 2 hours of lessons that Jeff and I both teach on the 10 core commitments of network marketing. And then we have Q&A and open coaching. So it's the most wonderful return on your $25 that I can imagine. And by that, it's just $25 a month. It was $100. We lowered it to $25 so everybody can afford it. And by the way, that's tax deductible because that's your school. That's your training and education side of network marketing. And it contains everything that you need. So, hey, Pierre, glad to see you. Follow Pierre. He's an incredible person. And Janice Silva, a top earner in her company. So proud of you, and thank you for always jumping on. Okay, now I'm going to talk. I've just talked about the skill part of why you don't make your calls. Now I'm going to talk about the fun, creative part, because some people might still find a block. And, I realize that it isn't the network marketers resist helping people. It's that they resist sorting through the people to find the ones who are ready for their help. It's sorting through finding the needle in the haystack, finding the 1 to 5% of people who are ready to become an entrepreneur, ready to join, ready to do personal growth. People join for all those different reasons. Ready to make a few $100s a month, ready to replace their job, ready to help their parents out, pay their parents' mortgage off. People who have a great why. That's another idea, is pre-qualify, find the people who have a job right now so they can afford to take advantage of it and they're not scared about survival. People who are between 25 and 45 ideally, even though there's a lot of exceptions. People have a house, a car, a phone, so they have a mortgage, they're married, they have kids, they're motivated, they know a lot of people, and they have a great why, they're hungry. So those are all the best people to talk to about network marketing if you want to increase your close rate. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the creative mindset part, how to make it fun, how to help, I call it your inner child who says, I don't want to sort through all those people who aren't ready. I get discouraged, sorting through all the people. So I was coaching somebody the other day, and these ideas came to me. To make it fun, like a treasure hunt. Part of the fun of the treasure hunt is not that it isn't easy. I set up a treasure hunt for my little nephews, and we made it hard, and sometimes they said, oh, just tell me where it is, but I didn't. But I kept giving them clues, and they kept looking and searching and digging. They're actually, in one treasure hunt, we had two, but in one treasure hunt, they actually dug for diamonds, and these were big old fat 1-inch glass diamonds, shaped, cut glass that looked like diamonds that I got at the craft store, and I buried those, and I gave them clues where they could go and search for them. It took a little while in this park. They had to dig under some trees. They had dug here and there, but finally they found them, and they were ecstatic. And part of the gratitude, part of the appreciation and the joy and the reward comes from how much work it took to get it. So what if we treated prospecting like a treasure hunt? And knew that anything worthwhile takes work? What if we tell our inner child it'll be worth it at the end? What if we give our inner child a reward, like a friend of mine is buying herself an audio system, a music system, and she couldn't wait to tell me all about it. She was very excited. When I reach this goal, I'm going to buy this for myself. And she showed me a picture on her phone and everything, and she was very excited about doing this for herself and about reaching her goal. So this is one way you could help your inner child who doesn't like to sort through the nose. Get a reward at the end. Tell all the family we're going to go to Disneyland while we're home. Let mom or dad make these calls. And then when we reach this certain goal, or at the end of the month, we're going to all, well, I don't know about going to Disneyland right now, but we are going to do something. We're going to go to the lake or something like that, something fun, and have a reward at the end. Remember the story, maybe this will help your inner child. Remember the story of the little optimist that they put into a room full of horse poop. And the optimist just refused to, get discouraged about facing a pile of poop. And they put the incurable optimist little child in there. And this child, eyes light up, and he starts digging and digging. And his parents said, what are you doing? And he said, with all this horse poop in here, I know there's got to be a pony in here somewhere. And so he kept digging. And I think the reason is because he had that vision and that belief that it was there and it's true. And it's not just a made-up belief in network marketing that there's going to be rewards. Look at all the results that people are getting. Look at the multi-millionaires in network marketing, more every year. When I was doing it 40 years ago, as a 20-year-old, when I was doing it, we didn't have MLM millionaires anymore. But because of skills and confidence, and of course the increase of living over 40 years, but because of all that and the internet and social media, it makes it so much easier to connect with people. And then, we had to buy our own product and ship it out from our own home. Now the company ships it for you. They do all the work. It's so much easier to become an MLM millionaire now. People are doing it all over. Why not you? That's how you know. If that's how you know there's a pony in there. So tell your inner child as they're sorting through all the hay to find the needle, if they're sorting through all the poop to find the pony, tell your inner child this is real, especially if you know that there are people in your company on your comp plan that produces millionaires or however, or six figures or whatever you want to get to. If you know that people have done it in your company, then you know your comp plan can produce that. That's how you know the pony's real. And all you have to do is keep at it, and you will get better in time. If you use the method I just mentioned, it will make it easier for you, and you will get more confidence in it. You will have a better close rate over time, and especially at this time in network marketing, with people looking for a way to make money from home. And if you do it fast, you're going to get results. So with all of that, another image that I like, and welcome Jerry, how are you? Another member in the MLM Millionaire Academy. Another image that I like is fishing. You know, you don't just throw it out and you throw your worm out and you get a fish every time you throw it out or immediately. You gotta play with it. You gotta sit there. You gotta be patient. And I know a friend who's a really good fisher. He catches a lot of fish, and he teaches people to do that. So that's because he's, done it for a lifetime. He's real good at it. But most people, there's a little bit of a learning curve, and they have to be patient, and then they get better and better at it. But just like fishing, it's not instant. It takes a little bit of patience, until the right fish grabs on. Another tip for your inner child who might say, I don't want to make my calls, is to think of the child who, think of growing up a little bit, and think of tempting that child with 3 cookies later on. You can test the maturity of a child by saying, would you like 1 cookie now or 3 cookies in 5 minutes? And so if the child can learn to delay, if your inner child can learn to delay gratification and say, rather than looking for gratification now, like, I'd rather flip on the TV. Well, I'd rather have 3 cookies in 5 minutes by making my calls and then, watching TV. After my calls are done, we put that first. We put the big rocks first in the day. The most money-making activity that you can do inside your network marketing business, and that is doing presentations. But you have to do the invites to get the presentations. Now, if you do 2 to 5 presentations a day, you're going to grow and stay ahead of attrition. If you do 10 a day, you're doing a challenge. That would be considered full-time work. But if you can do 2 to 5 a day, commit to that, get an accountability partner. That helps your inner child too. That's what people call me for as a coach, to help them troubleshoot what went wrong, what they weren't able to do, and celebrate their successes when they do their presentations. We don't even count how many recruits they get because that just follows naturally. The whole thing is plant the seeds, plant the seeds, plant the seeds. Do the presentations, do the presentations. That's what we count. The recruits will come. That's what we track, how many P's a day you do. Now, people hire me for a coach when they've got, a fair-sized team under them going already. If you don't yet and you're a beginner, then I recommend the school because that's super affordable, right? But when you get going more, then coaching can help you to go faster. And I have coached people into 6 figures when we do challenges. I have a specialty to do that. And it does help when you're doing a 90-day challenge, 30, 60, or 90-day challenge to have a coach to support you. I asked one top earner network marketing, just did a 90-day challenge. I said, could you have done better if you'd had a coach? And she said, absolutely. So it's a great return on investment to hire a coach, especially when you're at, when you have a good number of people on your team or you want to break into 6 figures, and absolutely it's going to be a great return on your investment to have a coach. So that's what I do for people. People are just getting started. Again, the school is very good. A final tip that I have for your inner child to make your calls is think of the people that you will help, or think of the people that you have helped, or think of the people whose stories you hear on your company calls or conventions, people whose lives are changed. There's a great book called Chicken Soup for Network Marketers Soul. And, by the Jack Canfield series and Mark Victor Hansen series. And in that, they've collected, maybe 100 or 200 stories of network marketers whose lives have changed completely because of network marketing. That will inspire you and give you the hope to change your life and give you a reason to reach out to the people that you call because of the lives that you're going to change. Not everyone will want it or is ready for it. But think of the people whose lives you're going to change. And when you've got a few under your belt, think of the people whose lives you have changed. And then they can reach out and change. So it's going to be exponential. In the beginning, not a lot of reward for your work. Then it starts to be rewarded. Then, as one six-figure earner told me, Bess, it's ridiculous how much we get paid for how little we do. That's because they put in the work in the beginning, and now it's starting to, have its own momentum and duplicatable. So her reach, even though they're not she and her husband might not be working as hard as they were in the beginning, their reach is still changing lives. They've set this thing in motion that keeps going, And my 4 pet areas that I love to help, that's just why I'm an advocate and a coach in network marketing. 4 areas of helping people to be home with their kids, seniors to have a better retirement, people to get out of debt, and especially students, and people to leave bad jobs. So this is what you're doing. Remember what you're doing. You're looking for the people who want this. And think if you don't make your calls today, you might have missed an opportunity to change a life, including your own, and all the people they would have reached, and they would have reached, and they would have reached. So it's a huge cost, really, to say, oh, I don't think I'll make my calls today. Let me watch another TV show. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. That's a huge cost in there to you and to other people that you could have reached, that you may never know. I've got a film coming out about that. Watch for that. It's going to be very powerful, the people you could have helped. One fellow was in our school was telling me the story. He said, I was making my calls the other day and getting a lot of no's. One lady reached, she goes, I needed this. You're my angel today. Thank you so much. That made it worth all the other calls and spurred him on to make more. Finding that person. Know there's a pony in there. Remember there's a pony in there. Keep your vision on the pony, or your why. Your why you're doing it. One lady sets a picture of her kids up and looks at that when she makes her calls, or the reward you're going to get. But that's my final tip. Do it for the people that you're going to find. They are there. The pony is there. And your reward for doing it is there. That's been proven by people in your company already. Be a part of that, especially at this time when people are looking. Okay, let's change some lives in those areas I mentioned. And welcome, Shania. Glad to see you. So listen, I've talked a lot. Who has a takeaway? Who has a tip? Who has a comment you can add? Who has a question? I want to hear it. Let's keep the discussion going. I want this to be two-way, not just me. Okay, thank you for listening to my piece. I want to hear from you guys now. And I'd love if you share with other people. Share in other Facebook groups that can watch it too. You can find me on YouTube as well for past shows. Bess McCarty, YouTube, easy. And love to have you over there. You can find about 400 topics that people love scrolling down and picking out one that might speak to them at that moment. So love to have you do that. Love to have you join us tomorrow night in class in our school. The school is mlmmillionaireclub.com/basics. If you want the free class first, then just go to the Facebook event. Always get a yes when prospecting. And, there's a free class there. The script, the favor script I mentioned, the 10-minute presentation. What more can we do? I think that covers helping. Listen to this video again, write down the script, or get that free class, or come join us on the school Sunday night and begin boosting and speeding up your network marketing business. Okay, you can do this, you guys. This is why you're not making your calls. This is how to do it. You can do it. I guarantee you can do it. Just follow the directions. That's all. Reach out, help people. Let's change lives. Tomorrow, this is the Ask Bess show here every Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern Time. And tomorrow, right now, I had a really cool topic for tomorrow, and I've written it down, but I'll have to go back and find that topic. But it was really from my heart. Forgot to not bring you the topic here. Hello, David. Thank you for being here. Follow David. He's another wonderful person. I really enjoy you joining us when you do, David, and I appreciate all of your tips and comments that you leave. So, been talking a while. I'm going to sign off now, but I'll put the replay on. Thank you each for joining in. We can do this. Let's raise the bar. Let's change lives. Let's elevate this profession in people's lives. Thank you for Thank you for each of you on here are doing it already. Take care. Love you. Bye.